see you there.
Look at our map!
We're T from Livable Cities GPS.
We interviewed 5 students from around the world, and here are their experiences.
We asked these people about the joys and problems associated with living in their cities.
Hello, my name is Rasul Ali, and I will be talking about my experience in Baku, Azerbaijan.
My name is Laura Cintron Garcia, and I'm going to talk about my experience in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
I am Panagiotis Argirakis, and I live in Thessaloniki, a city in northern Greece.
Hi, I'm Kat Herlock. I'm a senior at WPI. I'm going to be talking about my experiences in San Jose, Costa Rica from when I went on IQP there.
My name is Yuri, and I'll be talking about my experience in Kiev.
Oh, actually, once I was just walking around with my friends at really late at night, and just everybody was right there, and you could just go by the seafront, and they were jogging and doing whatever, and it's something really unusual that I pretty much don't find in the United States.
When you go to any place in Azerbaijan, you will see an insane amount of hospitality.
So there's this area, it's like the ghetto of Puerto Rico. It's called La Perla, the Pearl. And it's, so it has the best view in all of Puerto Rico, in all of San Juan, but it's it's the poorest houses. It's one of the oldest, areas in all of Puerto Rico. My friends and I, we were walking across the street, and La Perla was right next to us, and we just kind of heard gunshots right next to us.
There was a place called the Street of Sadness, which is where there's a lot of clubs and everything, and you can go out. And so one of the first weekends, we all went out as a big group, and on our walk there, we had a few guys with us and then a lot of girls in the group, and a lot of guys started to come up to us and try to grab us almost. People were asking us if we wanted to buy passports or drugs or guns.
There's some places where expensive, the rent is expensive there. People want to get their restaurants in there, and that's where all these fabulous expensive restaurants come from. But then right next to them, there are areas that are still not worked as much because the city is developing, and due to the fact that it's developing and it's becoming one of the leading, just as Ukraine is a developing country right now, our capital is developing as well. So over time, this would be a problem that will be sorted. As of right now, there's a lot of disparities that you could see on the street, just that are visually.
So the area that I was staying in wasn't particularly wealthy, but so where we were, and then there was Street of Sadness over here, and then on this side there was something called Escalante. So San Jose in itself was where we were staying was okay in the income. It seemed pretty probably average income. Then when you went to Escalante, it was a lot more high end. There were a lot coffee shops, really nice restaurants and everything. And then the Street of Sadness was probably more of a low income area, and kind of that weird feeling was in the Street of Sadness.
But yeah, with income inequality, it's a really obvious problem. There is a huge income inequality in Ukraine, mostly due to the fact that our corruption index is actually below some of the developing African countries. Government transparency index. And so ours is really bad. Our country is very corrupt. And because of that, we have really huge inequality with people who are not in the government.
If you asked me the same question around maybe 4, 5, even 6 years ago, I would say that the city transportation is quite awful. But honestly, in the last couple of years, in the last 4 years, upwards of $100 to $150 million has been put into the transportation system. So there are a lot of just insane innovations, and it's nothing like the Japanese transportation system, but it's darn close.
So, because it's a dense city, most people, actually many people use public transportation, and I do a lot. And it's mostly buses, just buses going around the city. And right now, for a few years, they've been trying to build a metro, and this is supposed to start operating in a couple of years. But I don't know, like it was supposed to start operating like 4 years ago, but that never happened. So that's a big issue because the only option right now is just take a bus or take a cab, and that's quite frustrating. But I just hope. I would say trash is a big deal. So yeah, many people throw trash in the street, and it's hard. Like the city has a hard time keeping up with that. So this is definitely an issue. Another issue is that like there are many rivers just nearby, and that sometimes makes the Gulf right there really sometimes polluted. So it needs some sort of cleanup.
We all are very like aware of like conservation, global warming, like all of that was something we were taught from a very, very young age that we all need to know and like take care of our planet and stuff. So like little things, like I have an example, like if you did not write on the back of like a paper on your notebook, you would get points off because it's like you can't be wasting paper like that. If you used more, it would always be like, how wet is the paper towel you're using in the bathroom? If it's not totally soaked, then you didn't need that much.
The biggest environmental problem I would say is the smog, and like the transportation was just really, it was very crowded. There was like a rotary and like you had to try to cross it. It was really scary. But yeah, mainly when I was walking, like I would get sand in my eyes walking to and from the gym, and like I ended up getting pneumonia by the end of IQP.
Processes.
Oh, they definitely have hurricane relief. Like right now, like a bunch of my friends were volunteering and like donating food, donating like blankets, pillows, and clothing to a bunch of people who, especially in the poor communities in San Juan, who lost a lot of their things. I would say it is mostly by donation. I'm sure the government's trying to help, but we really don't have the money to take care of ourselves, like, at all.
Well, there are the new recycling bins that they install, just like any other city. It's mostly the city doesn't take any new initiatives. We're not embarking onto some new way of dealing with our problems. We're just trying to copy what the European Union does and theirs. Well, what the European cities do.
We would like to extend a special thanks to all those who we interviewed and to you for watching.